Here are 10 effective yet simple ways to lose weight on a whole food plant-based diet. Let's dive in. Number one, the best way to resolve a food addiction is by eating a nutrient-rich diet. Now, this is something that I talk about all the time. As someone who struggled with food addiction for most of my life, I know firsthand that eating a diet rich in phytonutrients, phytochemical-rich foods from fruits and vegetables, raw, steamed, cooked, however you want to do it, getting that variety of these nutrient-rich foods in your diet is going to make a world of difference. One, it's going to crowd out the bad. You're not going to be wanting the toxic food as much because you're giving your body the nutrients that it actually needs to thrive. And two, when you eat this way, you'll feel so much more alive and energized. Over time, you're gonna realize it's really not worth it going back to those toxic food substances. Number two is implementing time-restricted eating. Now, if you've been on my channel, you've heard me talk about this a lot, but I talk about it a lot because it's a really easy strategy to employ. Intermittent fasting trends, you'll hear them coming and going, but this is something that you can actually do and you can start right now and you don't need anything to do it. Just set an eating window for yourself. So say you start eating at 8 a.m. and you're done by 5 p.m. and you don't eat after dinner. That would be one option for you. You can make it as long, as short as you want. But as what I've seen with clients is just by implementing this, like a 12-hour eating window and a 12-hour not eating window, is that they're losing weight. Why is that? Because your body has a chance to repair and heal at night instead of digesting food from late night meals. It also has a chance to just eat less calories without you really feeling it because you're not going to be snacking at night. It's one of the easiest things you can implement, and if you're not doing it, you should absolutely start. It gives your body the chance to repair while you sleep instead of digest, and that is really, really priceless. Number three, just resolve to break the habit already. In this world of overconsumption, I feel like we will decide we want to do something, watch the webinar on how to do it, and then take notes on how to do it correctly, but never actually do the thing. Just resolve to break the habit of eating toxic foods. If you resolve to break the habit, you can go ahead and do what you need to do before you feel like doing it, and over time the habit will break. It is hard to break a habit, there is no doubt. I would say most people, myself included, we are in our habits in the good times and we do our same bad habits in the bad times. We do it to commiserate, we do it to celebrate, all the things. So if you're going to resolve to break a habit, what you really need to do is click it in your mind first. Okay, I am stopping with the brownies. They are not doing me any favors. This food is not of nutritional benefit to me, and it's only making me stay stuck in this yo-yo dieting. Therefore, I resolve to break the habit of having brownies every single night after dinner. And it's hard. The first few days, it's hard. When you decide to switch up your diet, you're gonna have maybe some detox symptoms, maybe some lightheadedness, some withdrawal, some fatigue. After those first 3 or 4 days, you're gonna start to build momentum by doing the right thing anyways, whether you feel like it or not, feeding your body healthy foods, and over time, you will break the habit. However, if you sit on the fence, the only thing that's gonna happen is your butt's gonna get poked. So decide, this side or that side. Make the absolute promise to yourself and don't go behind your back and screw yourself over, because it's not worth it. You will only keep yourself stuck until you decide you're gonna break the habit. Make these your habits instead. 1, nutrition, focusing on really nutrient-dense whole plant foods. How much nutrients can you get in a single bite? That's what I want you to think about when you're eating this way now. 2, exercise. Exercise is a huge component. Obviously, you can't outrun a bad diet, but if you've got the nutrition component going and that becomes a habit, you layer on exercise. Get moving in the day. If you have the option to take an elevator or take the stairs, take the stairs. If you can park at the end of the parking lot to walk to the Walmart, do that. Find places in your day to move and to exercise. Have set times of exercise throughout your week, but then just be moving more in your day. And the third habit that you want to make a new habit for yourself is mindset, right? In my opinion, our minds are so powerful when it comes to dietary change. We can talk ourselves into or out of any situation, right? So use your mindset and a positive outlook about the way that you're eating to fuel you to continue to take steps forward in the right direction. Number 5, eat foods that fight fat. Now, this is a list, but it's a partial list. If you stick to whole plant foods in their natural form, you will lose weight. These foods help you balance your hormones. They help your gut microbiome be balanced in a positive way, and they're going to help you feel fuller longer because they're full of nutrients and fiber to keep you satisfied. These foods will also help with cellular repair, which is going to mean that your skin, your nails, your organs, everything is going to be rejuvenated, and you're going to start to see a glow from the inside out. So foods that I'm talking about in addition to this list would be things like having oatmeal for breakfast with berries on top, getting lots of greens in throughout your days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and getting really, really powerful plant compounds that have been proven to reduce disease, fight disease, prevent disease, and also, as a byproduct, lose weight. Next up, eat a large salad every single day. Greens keep you lean. Eating a large salad every day will give you the opportunity to have leafy greens like lettuce, of course, but it's also going to give you the opportunity to have mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, scallions, garlic. All these things are very important to your health. Any other veggie that you'd like to add to there? It's a great place to start. If you're not eating a large salad every day, I totally encourage you to do so because it's going to help you feel more satisfied. It's going to give you the nutrients that your body needs to thrive, and it's a step number 1 in my opinion. I also think the addition of microgreens just to regular greens that you might buy at the grocery store are fantastic because these are even more of a powerhouse of nutrients. These are broccoli sprouts right here, and even having like a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of these per day will provide you with an explosive amount of sulforaphane, which is anti-cancerous, and it's something that you can grow in your own kitchen. So delicious. I'm also growing some mung beans right now. They look like this, mung bean sprouts, and you can eat these on anything Asian. They taste phenomenal, and they're really easy to find in most grocery stores. Number 7, change your identity. I know this sounds kind of silly, but it's true. So if your actions are making a big salad now, this is part of who you are. We have such power with what we think. We can believe, oh, I'm addicted to food. Oh, everybody else gets to eat this and I can't. Or we can think, I eat fresh, whole plant foods in their natural state. I eat whole greens and fruits and nuts and seeds and legumes and starches that are whole and intact, and those are my foods. Those are the foods that are going to nourish my body. You have 2 options here. You can be stuck to the past and what you are trying to escape but doing the same thing over and over, or you can change your identity and say, I eat healthy foods. This is what makes up my body. By what I eat, I'm increasing my lifespan. It's all about reprogramming your thinking, and I think it's impossible to make a real change without the mental connection and the practical connection of food. So I encourage you to do that. Be real with yourself and make a list of foods that trigger you. It's going to be different for everyone. For example, one of those things that triggers me is if I was going to have some of these white flour bagels. That would totally trigger me and send me off on a spiral. So I've resolved this has no nutritional value to me and I don't need to be eating it. What I've found to be very true is that there's really no way to have toxic food in moderation because it is so addictive. But a thing to recognize for yourself is that if it is a toxic food, your body doesn't actually need it to thrive. So focus on the foods that are really good, know your triggers, know the times of day that might be triggering to you, and stay away from those foods. They are not helpful to you and your long-term goals of health and longevity. Number 9, there's no shortcuts. Now, I know you don't want to hear that in a weight loss hacks video, but I'm going to be real with you, right? This takes time. If it were easy, we wouldn't have a population of people who are obese. It's hard. It's going to take some time to detox. It's going to get some time to trip, slip, and fail your way to success. And that's okay. As long as you continue to get back up and keep trying and keep going one foot in front of the other, you will get to your goal. The problem is giving up, right? So just know ahead of time, tell yourself in your mind, there's no shortcuts. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take these effective tips and put them into practice, and that's how I will succeed. Not overnight. It didn't take you overnight to get to where you are today, but it will take time to get to where you want to go, but know that you will get there if you don't give up. Number 10, my last tip, which you're going to find so many free resources here on this YouTube channel for you, is to make a plan and stick to the plan. Within my channel, I have thousands of recipes for you guys to access for free. I have lots of videos on meal prepping and planning and how to do it. I have videos on more tips and weight loss. The important thing is that you have a base and a foundation to create a plan for yourself and to stick with it. This can be as simple or as elaborate as you'd like it. It can include making things ahead of time, or it can just be knowing 24 hours in advance, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna have oatmeal for breakfast. I have made a salad dressing for myself, so I'm gonna have my large salad for lunch. And for dinner, I'm gonna have leftover chili that I made 2 nights ago. That's a plan, that's sticking with it. It can be as simple as you need it to be. But if you do not make a plan, you plan to fail. And if you let hunger decide for you and you wing it, hunger will win. You're going to drive to McDonald's or abort your plan. So don't abort your plan. This is the way that you are going to consistently take steps forward in the positive direction and make it to your weight loss goal, but also revamp your health and your life and your mindset. And it's going to be so essential for you to walk this out one step at a time. If you're looking for even more hack videos, check out the videos that I have right up here. And if you want to get started on a whole food plant-based diet, check out my cookbooks. Remember, you're not only losing weight. When you lose weight this way, you're gaining confidence, health, and longevity. You can do this.